And guess what? My passport was not with me. Exactly 2 years ago, I booked a ticket and I was supposed to go to my brother's funeral, but then I had COVID, so I wasn't able to go. The airline didn't want to give me my money back, so they gave me credits and they extended it like from last year, December, to this year, December, the last year. And this started in me a conversation that I had to go on vacation. Initially, I wanted to go to Punta Cana, but then I decided to go to Miami because it was closer to me, you know. Well, today is the day and I want to discuss my trip with you guys. So stay tuned. We are going to discuss my trip to Miami.
We never know what we have until we lose it.
Big Sam, baby.
Very early in the morning, around 4:30, I booked my Uber and I went outside to wait for my ride. So the guy came in with an electronic car, very nice car, I'd say. And noticing his name, Jean-Claude, from the application, I actually thought that he was French. So I started speaking French, and the first thing that he made me understand, bro, I speak English. And I was like, okay, no problem. So I jumped into the car. He noticed my face. He knew that I'm African, black, obviously, well, Kofi, you know. So he started playing Afrobeat. And we just started the trip to the airport. On the road, I say I really enjoyed this, and the trip was just very nice. We arrived at the airport.
My nigga.
And after that, you can just imagine how many people were there around 5 a.m. in the morning that was traveling from Montreal to so many places, you know. So many people visit Montreal. Now, once I got to the airport, the first thing that I did was to check my passport. I touched where I placed my passport, and then I noticed that there's something wrong. Now listen to what happened. I started searching for my passport, and I was like, what is going on? It seems that my passport is not with me. So what I had to do was just to find myself a secure place, to search for my passport for real. Is it for real that my passport is not with me? And I was like, no, I need to search for the passport for real. So I opened my jacket, I opened the pocket, the side where I placed the passport, where I knew I placed the passport before. And guess what? My passport was not with me. And I was like, it actually felt like, you know, when you are, I don't know if you ever had this dream where you are traveling, you get to the airport and you are without your passport. That was exactly my feeling. So I searched for it like for 30 minutes, more than 30 minutes. I was just searching for my passport all the time. And I was like, what is going on? I was so much confused. And I was like, what is going on? For real, my passport is not with me. I've paid for the trip. I paid for everything. I rented a car. And like, how? My passport is not with me. So I searched for the guy's name. And I wanted to call the guy, but it's not possible, you know. With Uber, you have to like make a request, and with your request, obviously from then they will have to connect you. I was so much confused. I waited like 30 minutes, and 30 minutes, more than 30 minutes, I was just sitting down, you know. I had this cap. I will show you guys. I had a cap that was really drawing attention on me. So many people passing and they were all laughing, they were so happy, and they were telling me like you know, giving me this kind of Christmas vibe, because it's Christmas period, you know. And I couldn't even respond that well, like, you know. I didn't really feel the vibe because there was something wrong with me and I didn't know how to. So then I heard someone saying my name. I heard something that seemed like my name. Someone mentioned my name, I know. And I was like, did someone really say my name? Or I'm just dreaming. Then I had something again. So because they do it in English, they do it in French, or in French and English. Then I noticed that someone is really saying my name. So I said, oh my God. So I'm going to lose it. They are calling me for the last check-in or the last board. And I was like, okay, I lost this. So what I decided to do was just to go there and tell them that they can just go without me because I don't have my passport and I can't travel. So when I made up my mind, then I thought, okay, it's 5 a.m. in the morning. My flight is at 7. So it can't be. They are not leaving right now. So I went to the guy who, one of those people, the guys that worked there, and I asked him, I had my name in the announcement, so where do I have to go? And the guy said, go to the next desk. You can ask them because that's where they make the announcement. So I went to that place, and the first person that I met had a passport. That was my passport. He had my passport in my. I felt like crying. I was like, oh my God, everything that I paid for, you know, everything that I paid for. I had my car rented, everything, and now so. I didn't even talk, and the first thing that the guy asked me was, what is your date of birth? And I was like, I told him my date of birth, and I asked him, is that my passport? And he said, yes, that's your passport. And I said, how did you get my passport? And he said, your passport was outside of the airport and someone found the passport and she brought it here. And I was like, how did that happen? Man, that was the worst. Oh my God, you can't just imagine. I will never pray this thing happen to anybody. So finally I had my passport. I was just so much happy, tears of joy. I went to the other guy to thank him. I thanked this guy as well. I was even looking for the person who found my passport to thank the person, but Charlie, be so. So finally I just headed to my desk and I said, okay, I'm going to do my check-in. I don't care this time. I just want to enter there and stay there, wait for what time that we have to go. I went to my desk, very good people that I had there. I had already checked in, sorry. I had already checked in because I always do that. I check in, I choose my seats, where I want to sit and my trip and everything. So I checked in and I discussed with them because I know when you're going to the States from Canada, they check you from here and they don't check you in the States. It's vice versa. When you're coming out from the States, you're coming to Canada, they will just torment your life. I'm telling you. So I asked the guy and the guy said, you have to go behind us. The state's border is the check-ins and the security is different. So I went there. I was just receiving people, love from people, giving me all this vibe because I had that cab. They were like, you are the reindeer or whatever they call it. I don't know. English is not my first language. So most of the things are happening in Italian and it's very, very similar. So I hear them speaking, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I know what you're saying. So, so I went there, I checked in. I went to the security and the security he looked at me and he was like, have you changed? And I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, the last time that you came here, you looked a little bit slimmer than today. You look a little bit round. I was like, are you really insinuating that I'm fat? It's not that I'm fat. It's okay. I've just put on weight, it's a normal thing because I'm working from home. The last time, obviously, I was not working from home, and that was like 3 years ago. I don't know which one. And he said, okay, well, we have to take the pictures again. I said, no problem. And he asked me, is it a new passport? And I said, that's a new passport, actually. That's not the passport that I used the last time. This is a new passport. And he said, okay. And there in Canada, he said, welcome to United States. I don't know which part of the United States is in Canada. So flight time, I got on my flight. You can see everything from up there. I like, when I'm up and I have to shoot from, like, it's a kind of a drone, like me being the drones, because I'm on a flight, so I can shoot. So this is what you guys are seeing right now is a piece of Montreal. I will let you guys see a piece of Newark as well. So from Montreal, we went to Newark in New Jersey. So New York zone, New Jersey, and New Jersey had a very, very, the weather was very good there. So when we got there, one thing that I really love about New Jersey was the airport.
On behalf of the entire United Express team and our Star Alliance partners, thank you for choosing to fly with us. We hope you enjoyed your flight and look forward to seeing you again.
The airport was very good. I think there's something that I would just dedicate a mini video. I really love the airport, the management, the cleaning, the way it's clean, and the fact that they have like these different terminals. They have the A, the B, and the C. So the C is where we got to, and I think that's the new one because you could actually feel the vibe that one is newer than the other. So I had a chance to go to the A and the C. The A looked a bit old, not so old, a bit old, and the C was the new one, which had all these places where you can sit. I can actually spend like 10 hours in this airport and I will not even feel it because the airport has everything. Places where you can sit, places where you can connect your electronics, places where you can, and the internet, it's super, super fast, especially in the Terminal C. The Terminal A is not the same thing, so I can't say the same thing for that. Now, something that happened at the airport that I didn't really like, when we had to depart from Montreal, United was so much on time. We got to Newark, and from Newark to Miami, I waited like for 6 hours or something like that, and it was all because it was late. I was supposed to wait for 4 hours. We stayed there waiting for like extra 8 hours, and they apologized. They said that there was a fluid problem with whatever part of the engine of the plane, so we can't fly. We need to wait. They don't know which time. We stayed there. They tried to console us with some food and water. It was biscuits and water. No problem. We just managed it. So I met some Italian friends. They didn't really understand what they were saying. They were in honeymoon, so all the things that they said, they had to come to me. It was like explaining to me, and it was strange. A strange way how I met my Italian friends, because the lady was behind me. I had someone talking to me, and I was like, how did she know that I speak Italian? So I turned to her and I was like, what did you say? And she was like, oh, I wasn't speaking to you. I was speaking to my boyfriend. And it wasn't even the boyfriend anymore because they are married. I don't know why she said boyfriend. And when the guy was speaking to me, the guy said, my wife. And I said, oh, she's not used to, because you guys just got married. It means that you kept that lady for a long time. That's none of my business. Let's go to the trip. They say we're going to pick the flight here. So we are waiting. It's been so late. From 8:22 to 8:18. When we got on the flight, I was so much tired because I worked till 11, and I came to bed like around 1 or 2 because I was trying to get prepared for the trip. So I slept for like 2 hours. I woke up around like 4, and then I had to I started my trip. So I was very, very, very tired. When I got to the flight, I didn't even bother myself what was going on. The fact that we were late or not, I just started sleeping. I didn't want to know anything about nothing. I was just sleeping. Suddenly I heard someone like making noise. So the thing is that we stayed on the is that how you call it, on the floor for like 2 hours. Reason, I don't know. Then I had a woman and some like group of people saying that they wanted to get out from the plane. So I didn't understand why they wanted to get out of the plane. Is it because that we were late? I don't know, because I was sleeping. So I had the pilot coming in, and the pilot said they actually gave us a new flight because our flight was not functioning. There was a problem with that. We couldn't go with that flight, and they gave us a new flight. That's the flight that we normally use when I was in Europe to Africa. Very beautiful flight. Turkish Airlines normally use this kind of flight. So they gave us a new flight. You could just see how beautiful this flight was. And then when the pilot came and the pilot started speaking, that was when I woke up. I saw the pilot and I was like, what is going on?
Aircraft. So as soon as that's done, we're gonna get out of here, okay? All right.
The pilot said that he really apologized for this kind of inconvenience, and the only thing that he can do for us, or he could do that time, is just we have to be patient, because if we have to go out and we have to come back in, that's definitely going to be some serious time wasting thing. So what we can do right now is that we need just to sit down, and from there he will take us. We want to sleep in Miami this night. He will take us to Miami. It's just 2 hours 30 minutes. So from here to Newark is like 50 minutes, and from Newark to Miami is 2 hours 30 minutes or 2 hours 50 minutes, something like that. So he tried to calm us down, and they said they will definitely give us an extra service for that. So things that we're supposed to pay for, they gave us like drinks and everything. We had this kind of extra service without paying for it, because we were supposed to buy all these kind of things on the flight, but we didn't buy them. So finally we got to Miami airport, that I don't really like. Guys, I'm gonna tell you the truth, and this surprise starts. I only had 4 days in Miami, and my first day I got to Miami, got my rental. Everything seems to be very good. From the top you could see Miami, how beautiful it is. And I'm telling you, the airport is not something that I really like, because they also have the terminals, and when you're moving from a terminal to the next terminal, you have to move all with the bus or with the metro tram, whatever service that they use. When we got to Miami, first thing that I noticed, the rain. And I was like, God, I only have like 2 days here, like 3 nights, 2 days, and the 4th day I'm supposed to leave. So I checked the weather, and I noticed that for the 2 days it's going to be rain, and the 3rd day, that will be my 4th day, because that will be the day that I'm supposed to leave Miami. That will be on Monday. That's when the weather will be good. I went to the rental. The rental people got me because the money that I was supposed to pay, I was supposed to pay something like in dollars here, but then they switched the money without converting the money. I don't want to talk that much because like I would have had to stay. I would have stayed there talking and disturbing people. That's not me. So I said no problem. So I booked my car. Initially, they gave me a Mustang, but that's not what I want because I don't know Miami and I don't know where I'm supposed to stay.
This is the car they are renting. Am I gonna rent this? No. So this is my car. Miami, here we come. Car is ready. Just picked up my car. I didn't purchase any. It's not purchased. I just rented a car. So yeah, I'll be here and we're gonna start. So let me get my details in and let's go to the hotel.
I have Seaside. I booked for my hotel was it was a kind of hotel apartment. It's not really an Airbnb because I booked it like through the hotel portal. So it wasn't a hotel, but it was in a hotel apartment. So it was that kind of apartment that you have to. I will do a separate video on that as well for especially people that would like to because I saw a video. And I noticed that so many people have problems with this kind of video. I will just do a semi-video on the hotel and explain how I felt with the hotel and how this hotel is and how much I spent with the hotel as well.
So body, yeah, I really appreciate what you be doing for myself. Keep it up, make you do more, Yeah, typical let's go. We bring it to you. Can you see what we have? We give it to you. I'ma give it to me, we bring it to you. You know, go regret it, what we give it to you. Coffee success in the building, yeah.
Okay, guys, let me give you the faces here.
You already know cash you killer. Coffee success in the building, yeah. Straight from the greater. You already know cash you killer.
Yo guys, finally, so we are here. Let me get connected. So we are here. I just had my bath and I had to prepare myself because I was so much tired. I just wanted to wash myself and go to bed. Just a bit light here. But one thing that I'm going to say is that this day has been a long day because we had problem with the flight from Newark to Miami, and it delayed 3.5 hours. I don't know what problem United had. It's not the first time actually. So I used American Airlines the last time, and I had the same problem to New York, and they delayed from in Montreal. They delayed like 3 hours, 30 minutes, 3 hours. So we were on the K like 3 hours, and we were just seated for 3 hours for no reason. We had the same problem this time because we waited like 2 hours, 3 hours there, or 2 hours. We waited for another hour. I was supposed to be here by 5 at Miami, but I got here at I think 8:30 or something like that. Time to get out from the airport, pick up the car, and it was around like 11 something. So you can just imagine it wasn't that easy. I got here, and at the end of the day I had to find the place. I forgot that I didn't have any navigator, so I had to use my phone, connect my phone, and then you understand because here is not Europe, because Europe, once you have like an internet line or you have a phone using one of the European countries, you can use the same thing in all in Europe. Here is not the same thing, so you need a special is it data or, I don't know, yeah, you understand. So I was having problem with that one as well, but it wasn't easy. I'm really tired, I can't even talk. I just want to sleep. Then I had a problem with the parking as well. So I was going up and down, and at the same time I had to find a place. So I was ready. They told me to download an application for the car, so I had the application ready on my phone. and I downloaded that one. So when I got here, I just have to put in my credit card and then park the car. So I parked the car outside. I need to find it, and I had to walk here. So I have the car till tomorrow, Saturday, 10 something in the morning. Then I'll just prepare myself, and after that, we're gonna have a beautiful day tomorrow.
Said that we are no mommy go madu, madu, adu, madu, adu. Said that we are no mommy go madu.